It's not even free agency. And I'm third video today. I ain't complaining. What is up, Finn fans? You can tell by the title. You can tell by the title. We'll just jump into it. I'm just going to jump right into it. Hammershifter reported today at 9:14. I am making this video at 10:30. So I was hanging out with the wife. Tweeted out, Seahawks informed 8-time All-Pro and Pro Bowler linebacker Bobby Wagner, franchise icon, they are releasing him per source. Wagner arrived in Seattle, same year as Russell Wilson, and they are being out of Seattle same year as Russell Wilson. Now, they are releasing him, right? Are they releasing him now, or are they releasing him on the 16th? That is what is very big, right? Because right now he is due to make $20,350,000. That's his cap hit, I think, come the league year, the 16th. If they were to release him, there's a dead cap of $3,750,000. So essentially they save about $16,000, give or take, however much. So they're releasing Bobby Wagner, 31 years old, 10-year experience. Like they said, the past, he's been in the Pro Bowl every year since 2014. If I'm looking at these stats. Yeah, every year since 2014, he's been in the Pro Bowl. But again, the Pro Bowl, it's a popularity contest. He's been an All-Pro every year since 2014, except for this past year and 2015. He's been an All-Pro linebacker. So, AP2 this year. So he's still considered an All-Pro, just second. He is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This past season, 170 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. This is still breaking 1 sack, but he's not considered to be that type of linebacker. 1 interception. So again, you could tell that by the title of the video, should the Miami Dolphins go after Bobby Wagner? Yes. Yes, they should. My biggest gripe and my biggest worry, we've heard the stories and we've heard the rumors and we've heard the sources saying that the Dolphins are going after top. From what I'm hearing, and again, take this with a grain of salt because they're rumors and we don't know. But Jensen and Armstead is who the Dolphins supposedly are going after. Armstead kind of worries me. He is a top tackle in the NFL, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy. So, God forbid, all of a sudden, boom, he's down and we're screwed again. We're back at, not having a tackle. I'd prefer to go more reliable in that sense. So there's that. So in my mind, if they do that, then I'm like, all right, the offensive line seems to be shored up a little bit. I always wanted to have 2 vets, like I've talked about. If you haven't yet, go watch the free agency video. The wide receiver core worries me, but again, sources out there saying the Dolphins want to go after a top wide receiver to pair with Waddle. So that kind of answers that question. We'll see what happens with Emmanuel Ogbah. Unfortunately, Harold Landry III re-signed with the Tennessee Titans. He was not franchise tagged, and then he re-signed with the Titans, so that's out the window. So again, if the Dolphins can't bring in Ogbah, I hope they do bring in somebody, but I hope they bring back Ogbah. So that kind of, that. So the only thing that kind of worries me from what I'm hearing that the Dolphins are planning to do, again, these are sources. We'll see what actually happens come the 14th and then obviously the 16th with the tampering. We'll hear like, they're come to an agreement on you know how the tampering period works. If you don't, sorry, I'm assuming. If you don't know how the tampering period works, from the 14th to the 15th, the NFL is allowed, because back in the day they would do this behind closed doors, and it would be like, sources say that so-and-so has agreement with so-and-so and yada yada, and the NFL's like, that's tampering, you can't do that, come on guys. And Andy Reid got in trouble for it, and now they're just like, what, we'll give you 2 days before the league year starts. You can talk to each other and you can negotiate contracts. You can come to an agreement, but you can't physically sign the contract until the 16th. So that's why you hear like the 14th and the 15th. Oh, so-and-so and so, Bobby Wagner and the Dolphins agreed to a 3-year contract worth so-and-so. but he hasn't physically signed it and won't until the 16th. So, hopefully, with all this stuff being rumored of the Dolphins being interested, if that stuff does happen, then to me, the only problem, and also the rumor is the Dolphins are also interested in JC Jackson, which you saw in my video. I laughed about it because I didn't think it would be a possibility. But then, listening to Chris Kaufman and him talking about how if the Dolphins do move on from Byron, essentially you can get a very good draft pick for Byron because of the way his contract is structured for the last 3 years of his contract and all that stuff. So that it would make sense if they did want to trade Byron, and that's probably where all those rumors came from. But essentially, Byron and JC Jackson are kind of the same type of players, just minus the interceptions. When it comes to targets, when it comes to yards allowed, receptions allowed, they're the same person. It's just JC Jackson pulls down more interception because he's targeted more, whereas Byron, they don't throw his way. So there's that. So if all that stuff pans out and the Dolphins do address all that, then to me, the only thing that worries me is the linebacker core. I went off on a 2-minute tangent just to get right back to our original point, which is go after Bobby Wagner. Now, you can probably sign him to a 3-year contract. Again, he's 31, so you can get at least 3 more years out of him. Still draft the linebacker to be his eventual replacement. You learn from one of the best. And it depends on how much they would want to give him, right? Because he initially signed a 3-year contract with Seattle for $54 million, $40 million guaranteed, base salary, $18 million a year, give or take, when he signed his contract. So I don't know if you're going to get that much because, again, he's 31 now, going to be 32. So I don't think it'd be that much, but it's sign him to a 3-year contract. That's where I'm like, we'll see how much he wants, and we'll see how much someone will pay him, because signing your extension at 29 versus signing a contract extension at 32 is 2 different things, right? So we'll see how much they offer him, but I don't see why not. I don't see why you don't go after him. He's paid as the number 1 inside linebacker. Same thing with his cap hit. Number 1 inside linebacker. Number 1 in Seattle. 38th in the NFL. So, yeah. To stop beating around the bush and talking about a ton of different things, I would go after JC Jackson. Jesus, Doug. A lot going on today. I go after Bobby Wagner. He hasn't missed it. He missed 1 game in 2018. Other than that, he's played all 16 games since 2016. He's reliable, and we need that guy in the middle. We need that guy who can also cover, get after the run. He's an all-around linebacker. So yeah, and that's something we've been desperately needing, and we might have the potential to get him. So I am, yes, 100% going after Wagner. Yeah. We'll see if they get him. One of you guys commented, I think it was on Twitter, that I think you said, I don't want you to be let down if we don't get the players you wanted. I don't expect to get the players. Me saying, yeah, go after them, try to get them, doesn't mean that we're going to get them. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get Jensen. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get Armstead. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get Trent Brown. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't get Amari Cooper. It's just the way it is. You just take it as it comes, pretty much. But yeah, going to be very interesting. But comment below. Let me know. Do you guys want to go after Bobby Wagner? Do you think that that'll be a huge piece in helping the Dolphins and their defense just continue to stay and get better? Comment below. There's a lot going on. Tomorrow I am recording with Big O, so that video will probably be out around 5-ish, 6-ish, like usual. Then I'm going to talk about the free agency strategy of the Dolphins. Friday is a big day. This probably doesn't really pertain to the Dolphins, but it's still a big day in the NFL because Deshaun Watson, that situation is going to get real cleared up because he's either going to be not acquitted, but like a lot of his claims and a lot of the stuff he's going through will probably go away. and more teams will be interested in going after him, or there's the potential that the jury, because they're not going to listen to him in all the cases, can indict him on some of the charges, which isn't good. If that does happen, Deshaun Watson isn't playing this year, and he probably won't get traded for this year. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens Friday. Depending on what happens, I might make a video talking about it, just because this time of the year I talk about all football, not just Dolphins. If you could tell from me talking about Russell Wilson, and you could tell me talking about Mike Williams, this is the time of year I talk about all teams, all 32, because crazy stuff is going to be happening for the next week or so. So comment below, let me know. Appreciate you guys watching, subscribing. You're going to get a lot of videos. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy what I have to say. If you disagree, I actually enjoy that. Tell me why you disagree. Because I notice a lot of you guys are like, Doug, I love you, but man, I got to disagree with you. Good. What's up? Tell me what you disagree about. Let's have a conversation. I always try my best to have a conversation with you guys in the comment section. I love talking to you guys. So other than that, I will see you tomorrow. I got a video planned for the rest of the week. Maybe multiples. We'll see what happens. If the Dolphins go after, again, if Bobby Wagner gets officially released, he does not have to wait till the 16th to sign with a new team. So if it's official that he is released, his contract didn't expire, which means he's not a free agent. He instantly becomes a free agent in the aspect that the Dolphins go after him, versus if your contract expires, you got to wait till the 16th. So we'll see. Because if they designate this release for the 16th, then everyone's got to wait. But if not, and he does get released, everyone can go after him. So it's going to be real interesting. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Other than that, appreciate you guys. And like usual, stay classy. Offense out.